land in my inbox. It took long enough because I know the helper and this, the helper and this same WhatsApp group. So ngwanyana o tsena inbox ya ka o re bona tla ka go botse nna e ke boning. I can't explain, and ever since then I never had a helper again. Yes, it's a serious struggle to raise kids by yourself, but I'll carry that cross with me until the day I die. Because what? Frida. So Frida Orana, I got a helper. I had 2 kids at the time and I was pregnant as well. My eldest son was 10. My youngest one was a girl. She was 3. And then I was pregnant and I was like, let me get a helper. Single mom, doing her own thing, all by herself. And that's where she was like, I need help. Heavily pregnant. She's about to go on maternity leave. But she's saying, let me get someone who can start taking over the ropes. I'll be able to learn and teach before I go back to work, right? Hi, Shapo. Again, Lesotho Han. Arna, I need the job. Give me the job, child. It's a standard protocol and procedure for me. When a helper gets to my house, we sit down and I let her know, this is what I expect from you. You are going to do the laundry, you're going to iron, you're going to do the dishes, you're going to clean, you're going to cook, you're going to bath the kids, and those types of things. And then I give her the platform. Do you have any questions based off of what I have said? And then you ask what you want to ask, and then we end up aligning wherever we align. The off days, the salary and everything, then rubbish up. Then she says, once this conversation is done, I unpack this one, personal. So the personal one, are you on any type of medication? Is there any chronic medication in particular that you're taking? Any health conditions that I need to be aware of? Let's say maybe, for example, you have seizures. Just for me to know well in advance. And also, what do I do? What type of conditions do you have? And should you have a trigger, not a trigger, but an incident? What do I do? The lady are not gonna nix. I don't have any complications. I'm not on any chronic medication. I'm good. Then step 3 now. What about any muti that you have? Disclaimer, in my house, I don't use that and neither do I allow it. So do you have anything? If you do, let's talk about it, and let's talk about it right now. Because if you have, I'm going to politely and humbly propose that we dispose those things because I do not allow them. You will use them how awful at your place, right? Cool. Madama resas nakrapela hambi na kidibon ar nakrapela kamalemi kibe kire kabaribe baba ar kibe kire krapa fasa baba. That's me in languages praying, child. Arakidlalele staring and ngengqale today. So nje, as much as you are a prayerful warrior, you are about to meet the soldier that is Mbokado, child. That is Mbokado, Amandla. So, okay, Shapo, then we start working together. A month down the line, something running on the roof. And you can hear what it's a fully fleshed, heavy something, man. It could give an adult body if I could, tell from my unskilled place of assessment, and you can feel it. It's an adult fully fleshed body on the roof, ging. Man, what is happening? My house was very small. It was a 2-bedroom, and my helper slept with my 2 kids. My younger one would wake up screaming at night, and then isn't that me with my big belly running to go find out what the child is crying for? Kidiboni is sitting up, awake, and you can tell this person has been up like this for quite some time. And then when I ask her, she's like, no, she woke me up when the baby woke me up when she started crying. Man, when you look late, you look like you've been here for hours at a time now. But I ended up making it clear and making a decision that my young one will sleep with me for the sake of peace. And then Vele indeed, my young one sleep with me. Tell me why one day Frida in the living room, we're chilling, and then I see a shadow and footsteps in the kitchen. Then she says, I quickly stand up. What's happening in the kitchen? Madam Uyamela. She also stands up with Frida to go check what's in there, but she quickly decides to turn and come sit down again in the couch and not follow up with going to check where Frida is going to check, right? Frida says, I don't hear footsteps, I don't hear anything. But then now, on the other side of the house, we have a dog. Spunky, and you know when a dog is afraid, and a bark that the dog makes when it's afraid, and a dog that the dog barks when it intimidates, are two different things. The intimidating bark is the normal whoo whoo. The scared one, the dog is trying to send a message, but the message is unsendable. You understand? So she's like, my dog barked hysterically, and I quickly rushed to go see what is the dog barking. Like, I'm seeing shadows here, I'm hearing footsteps, and then the dog is barking that side, like the whole yard. So she says, I ran to the other side to go see what the dog is barking. I can't find where the dog is barking, but tell me why when I look next to my sliding door, there's a big owl. Hey! This owl hit the sliding door. It missed this. So she says, we close our sliding door with a curtain, but during the day, for the sake of light, because I love brightness, I opened the whole curtain, even on the side where the sliding door doesn't open. The owl hits the sliding door and fell. Now, before I get to checking what is the dog barking, my helper says, when are you imagining things, man? This pregnancy, it's like a pregnancy. I don't know, man. How can you say that? Pregnancy. It can guy with me seeing things, and I'm not crazy. I saw what I saw. You know. Then she says, I go outside. There's an owl. This owl, you can see it's injured, and it's a big one. It's an oversized owl. So she says, you can see it's injured, and it's laying on its back. And me being me and being too much of a believer, I talked to the owl. God, who are you? Whomst as yay? And who come here as hiso? God, who come here as hiso? Who sent you? And the owl was like, I try to explain if it's living in my yard. But eventually it fainted. I took paraffin, I lit that thing, set it on fire, and I bent it. That night, my helper did not speak to me. And she said, I thought, man, I was just overthinking things. I didn't finish a week. I saw flames. When I say flames, I am not telling you about like a small fire bright stand flames. I'm telling you about a bowl of flames, child. And I had something land aggressively on my roof. We were sleeping at this point in time, and my dog starts barking that bark. The second bark, not the first bark, the second bark. What is this dog seeing? What am I hearing? She says, I also wake up and I scream. This time, my youngest one is also screaming and she's crying. The second born is out of the room with the auntie. He also ran to my room. He says, Mama, what is it? Is the house falling down? Is it a robbery? Or I grab something. I also shout, Sono! Throw the shoe up as well to intimidate what's on the roof. I'm hitting the roof from inside. But how knew? Tonight is the night. I want to see you with my two guru eyes. And then I start praying. Hey, Arebona, I had something talk. I prayed even harder, louder. The louder I pray, the faster and the more aggressive this thing runs on the roof. This time it's running from the other end of the house to the other end of the house. And I felt like the tiles are gonna give in at one stage and the ceiling will